As U.S. health authorities monitor outbreaks of bird flu south of the border among cattle, Canadian scientists and public health researchers, including Sabina Vorha-Miller, are calling for increased surveillance.
Even though we have not yet heard of any outbreaks in cattle in Canada, we should still be testing our milk because that can actually help us detect if there's actually some unreported or under the radar infections.
Virologist Matthew Miller agrees.
If we find it in one place, it's likely that the cat is already out of the bag, and it's probably much more extensive than what we will appreciate.
Miller says the virus has pandemic potential.
If we don't want another pandemic, we need to do everything that we possibly can to ensure that there's not more extensive spread within the agricultural sector, and that we completely minimize the opportunity for the virus to cause infections in humans.
Dr. Brian Conway says some trends south of the border are encouraging.
There's been a single outbreak reported in the past 2 weeks in the United States in cattle, so it may be dying off. Doesn't mean we don't need to be vigilant, but it is reassuring information.
Conway says testing wastewater could be another proactive step.
Wastewater testing is something we learned to do for COVID, and it's certainly something that I would consider here in Canada in areas around where cattle are kept.
We need to focus all of our energy on prevention and I guess come to terms with the fact that being able to respond quickly is important, but needing to respond is a sign that we've failed to prevent, and we don't want to fail at preventing.
Katherine Ward, Global News, Toronto.